I'm your Welcome 93. You're joining me for my first two lulls, Chapter 25, The Crew. Sometimes you just know when something is off. I can't let Mac sneak off alone, not with a wave of unease I felt in my stomach. I don't want you to come with me. What's the big deal? I sneak out all the time. Yeah, but you used to tell me where you were going, and last time you came home with your arm all burned. That was a one-time thing, don't you trust me? I'm not a baby. She sounded defiant, but when I looked in her eyes, there was a sliver of fear there, too. What was she wrapped up in? Mac... I just want to make sure everything is okay. I'm not here to bust you, I'm worried. She sighed, rolled her eyes, but the anger drained from her posture. Just promise me you won't make me look like an idiot in front of my friends. I'll do my best. After catching the bus downtown, Mac led me through some back alleys to a group of young, rough-looking people. There was a hardened air about them, and they eyed us with the way a hungry coyote would eye a helpless rabbit. Oh, what do we have here? Two fresh little things from the suburbs. I'd say you're right. Spirit Fingers over there just screams gated community. Hey, hope y'all don't mind that I brought company. The more the merrier. Who's the cheerleader? I'm her sister, Emma. I was so nervous, I almost shrieked as Elijah tossed a can of spray paint at me. I barely caught it. You like tagging, Emma? Oh, I'm into art of all sorts. Elijah nodded approvingly, and Mac looked relieved. Ah, that's cool. A lot of people don't get how creative tagging can be. It's true. Hey, can we just move on? I want to make sure I've got time to finish my mural. Let's head out. Those trains aren't gonna stay parked forever. The group trudged over to a train yard. I stepped to the side with Mac. So, where did you meet these people again? Gooter is in my algebra class. He introduced me to the rest of the crew. The crew? Are you in a gang? Hey, I didn't bring you here to judge me. I get that all this looks kind of sketchy, but it is important to me. Tagging lets me be creative in a way I never could be, and my friends really get that. I could feel her pulling away under the harsh light of my judgment. It was dawning on me that if I didn't reach out, I might lose her. Yeah, you might lose your sister, which just told you she just wants to be creative. Oof. If this is something that matters to you, then I want to see it from your perspective. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure if you'd understand. Hey, give me some credit. I have an artsy side too. I've actually been really into photography lately. Wow, I knew you liked it, but I didn't think you were taking it so seriously. You didn't? See, this is why we shouldn't keep secrets from each other. I'm starting out, so that's understandable. See, this is why we shouldn't keep secrets. Life's hard. We Price sisters gotta stick together. Yeah, you're right. I feel bad that I never asked. What brought this photography thing on? I needed an outlet to express myself, and photography is my way of showing the way that I see the world. That's what I'm trying to do with my art, too. I want people to understand what I'm feeling. So, does that mean you'll show me your stuff? Stand back and watch a masterwork. She pulls some cans of spray paint out of her backpack before coating the side of a train car with color. It wasn't long before an image began to take shape. Wow, you work fast. I've been practicing. Besides, you have to be quick if you don't want to get caught. She stood back, admiring her handiwork, a woman staring at the viewer with confidence and determination. Mac, that's gorgeous. What inspired this? I want to hear you take first. I scrutinized the figure. She held herself boldly as a rainbow of hair cascaded from her taut shoulders. I think she symbolizes growing into your best self. I feel like she's looking at me and challenging me to flourish into a better version of myself, like her with her hair. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. It's kind of a self-portrait, not of me now, but the me that I want to be someday. Fearless, strong, determined. Does that make any sense? I think it makes perfect sense. And Mac, you'll get there. I know you. You're stubborn, and you never stop until you reach a goal. It won't be long before this is an actual self-portrait. I'm not sure I can pull off the rainbow hairdo, but thanks, Emma. That really means a lot to me. Do I get a hug, or would that be too uncool to do in front of your friends? I will give you one hug, but if it gets any sappier than that, I'm gonna have to send you home. She wrapped me in a quick embrace, and then pulled back with a mischievous grin. We were interrupted by a howl of laughter further down the yard. Everyone's clapping as Petey climbed up onto the roof of the train car. I'm king of the train yard! Get down before you bust your head open, you idiot. But I want to tag the top of the train! As Pete walked atop the train car, he suddenly slipped, barely catching himself. Pete, get your ass down here. I'm going to climb up there and push you off myself. Reluctantly, he began his descent, grumbling. It was intimidating how suddenly Elijah could snap in a commanding attitude. Something about him felt off to me. Maybe, but I think he's just really overprotective of the wayward kids. How long have you known this Elijah guy? A few months. He seems pretty cool. He's the only one who showed me how to tag. He has a lot of good ideas, so I guess he's sort of our leader. He does have a charisma to him. Does he ever suggest anything dangerous? Come on, it's not like that. He would never intentionally put us in harm's way. Yeah, what about unintentionally? Like the burn on your arm. That wasn't Elijah's fault. Anyway, it won't happen again. We were interrupted by a sharp whistle. Elijah and the rest of the group sauntered over to us. Hey, I'm bored. How about we find some real fun? Wait, but I'm not done with my piece. But Elijah was already stalking down the streets, his cronies trailing obediently after him. Mackenzie followed suit, and so did I too. Elijah led us to a parked car. A crooked grin spread across his face as he patted his hood. Or its hood. So what are we doing exactly? There's a guy who owes me money and keeps ghosting me, though I thought we'd send him a little message. We're gonna grab something, keys, a rock, whatever. Time to show you what happens when you try to stiff me. Okay, hold on. Tagging is one thing, but destruction of property? Matt, come on, we're going home. But, I mean, if the guy didn't pay Elijah back, then doesn't he kind of deserve it? Mac, that doesn't make it right. How does trashing his car solve anything? Save the lecture, you can join in or get out of the way. I flinched as he hurled a brick through the car's windshield, shattering it into 1,000 pieces. The rest of the crew joined in. Mackenzie stood frozen in place. She was in over her head. Well, now suddenly he's become an ape. Mac, we need to go. We do not want to be here when this goes south. I know, but... And that's when we heard the police sirens. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Getting a switch. I mean, what? I just had to. Damn it. What'd you think would happen? Before I could even register what was happening, Elijah and the rest of the crew scattered. Every fiber of my being was screaming for me to follow them, but Dad's voice echoed through my head. Never run from the police. Mackenzie started to take off, but I grabbed her arm and shook my hand. Elijah glanced back at us. What are you waiting for? Let's go. We can't. They're too close. Think about how it would look. Your funeral. Elijah! Without another word, he bolted, leaving us to face the cops alone. What do we do now? As my heart raced, I fought to remember what else Dad had to say. Take deep breaths. Try to stay calm. Sit on the ground. Drop the spray paint. Make sure your hands are empty. Don't give them any reason to think you're threatening. Don't talk back. I know. I remember. We sat down with our hands raised just as the cop car pulled up. and an officer stepped down. What the hell happened here? The cop looked at our faces, bathed in white cast of his flashlight, and shook his head. The gig is up, girls. You're coming with me. Ah, I see what they're going for with this one. And just to think, we postponed Open Heart indefinitely because of... what again? I just want you all to take a moment and think about that. I do think about stupidity too. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down description below, links to social media, Discord, few links to support me and my content. It's sad that they couldn't have taken, so as a wayward child, I knew of people like this. Okay? They would push the boundaries, they go in the little gray area, but they never went that far. And long story short, they would be the leader, you know, and up until that very car-bound moment, he was a leader. He was a guy that was like, yo, whoa, hey, you know, get down from up there. You know, he was someone that looked out for everybody. And there are good people like that hang out for, you know, like I said, the wayward kids. This is just one of the bad apples, unfortunately. But there's bad apples in every single category, clique, group. There's bad apples in everything. You know, look at the peaceful thing that's going on for tribute and trying to make all lives equal, and you know, we've got bad apples that will come from cities, states, you know, and just to be bad apples, you know. So it happens. It happens. So keep that in mind. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace.